When a man first lays eyes on a woman, there's an instant spark of curiosity that ignites in his mind. In that split second, before a single word is spoken, he's already gathering clues about who you are, your confidence, your warmth, your energy, and the fascinating part, he doesn't even realize he's doing it. It's not calculated, it's instinct. See, we often think attraction begins with the obvious, the shape of your body, your outfit, maybe even your hair. But what actually pulls a man in is far more subtle. It's about how you carry yourself, how your body speaks before your lips do, and how your presence makes him feel. Within those first few seconds, a man's eyes are scanning for something deeper than just physical beauty. He's looking for signals, clues that tell him whether you're approachable, confident, playful, or mysterious. And those signals come from 3 specific body parts that reveal far more than you think. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Only one of these body parts is what you'd expect, the other 2. They completely shift the way a man perceives attraction, because they're not just about what he sees, they're about what he feels when he looks at you. And that's what makes this topic so powerful. Because once you understand what those 3 body parts are and what messages they're sending, you'll stop worrying about how to be attractive and start effortlessly radiating the kind of energy that makes a man stop, look again, and think, there's something about her I can't forget. The first thing a man truly notices about a woman isn't what most people think. It's not her body shape, her outfit, or even her smile. It's her eyes. Because while the body catches attention, the eyes hold it. They're the emotional entry point, the place where curiosity turns into connection. When a man looks into a woman's eyes, he's not consciously thinking, are they brown or blue? What he's really searching for is something far more primal, a feeling. Your eyes are emotional mirrors. They show your confidence, your openness, and your warmth without saying a word. In a world where so many people wear emotional masks, genuine eye contact feels magnetic. Think about it. Have you ever looked someone in the eye and instantly felt seen? That moment, brief as it may be, creates a spark that no perfect makeup or filter could ever replace. Because what a man feels in that moment is authenticity. Your eyes tell him whether you're truly there or if you're performing. Whether you're confident in yourself or hiding behind insecurity. When a woman makes eye contact with a man, she's sending a powerful subconscious message. I see you, and I'm not afraid to be seen. That's confidence at its most natural level. It's not loud, it's not forced. It's a quiet certainty that radiates from within. Eye contact can also be incredibly sensual, not because it's overtly sexual, but because it's deeply intimate. Holding someone's gaze just for a heartbeat longer than usual creates a charge. It's the kind of tension that lingers. It's playful, bold, and soft all at once. That's what makes it so powerful. The magic lies in how you use it. A lingering glance across the room, a soft smile that reaches your eyes, a quick look away that says, I noticed you too. These tiny, almost invisible gestures speak to a man's instincts more than any words could. The secret isn't to stare, it's to connect. When your gaze is relaxed and intentional, it feels natural. You're not trying to be seductive, you're simply being present. And that presence draws him in. Men are more perceptive than they often get credit for. They can feel when a woman is genuinely open versus when she's guarded. They notice when your eyes light up as you talk about something you love. They notice when your eyes soften as you laugh. Those small emotional cues pull them closer because it tells them you're real. And here's the thing, men may not always remember what you said, but they'll always remember how they felt when they looked into your eyes. That's the power of visual chemistry. It's what makes a woman unforgettable. So how can you use this to your advantage? Start by becoming aware of what your eyes are saying when you enter a room. Are you nervous and avoiding contact, or are you grounded and open? When you meet someone's gaze, allow your eyes to soften, not intense, not forced, just relaxed and alive. That alone changes the entire energy between you and him. Your eyes are your greatest communication tool. They're the gateway to vulnerability, playfulness, and confidence. When a man looks into your eyes and feels that spark, when he senses that blend of calm confidence and inviting energy, it creates a connection that transcends physical beauty. Because ultimately attraction begins in the eyes, but true chemistry begins with presence. And when your eyes speak the language of confidence, curiosity, and warmth, that's when he doesn't just notice you, he feels you. And that feeling, that's what keeps him coming back for more. After a man makes eye contact with you, his attention often drifts almost instinctively to your lips, not because he's consciously analyzing them, but because your lips represent something far deeper than physical attraction. They're the symbol of expression, emotion, and intimacy. They're where your words, your laughter, and your warmth all meet. And to a man, that's magnetic. Most people assume men are drawn to lips because they're sensual, and yes, that's part of it. But what most don't realize is that your lips trigger an emotional and psychological response long before any physical thought crosses his mind. Your lips signal connection potential. They're the bridge between conversation and closeness, between what's said and what's felt. Think about how your lips move when you talk, when you laugh, when you smile. Those tiny natural movements are powerful nonverbal cues. A gentle smile tells him you're approachable. A soft, playful smirk can make him wonder what you're thinking. Even the way you bite your lip when you're lost in thought can spark his curiosity. These micro expressions are pure energy, and they draw a man in because they reveal your aliveness. See, men aren't falling for perfect lips. They're falling for expressive ones, for the warmth behind your smile, for the way you animate your emotions. The woman who speaks with passion, who lets her joy show, who smiles like she means it, that's the woman who lingers in his mind. There's something deeply intimate about the lips because they carry dual meanings. They communicate both emotion and desire. When you speak, your lips express what's inside you, your thoughts, your humor, your softness. But they also represent the potential for closeness, for touch, for affection, for that moment where words fade and energy takes over. So when a man glances at your lips, he's not just noticing how they look, he's feeling the emotion they project. Are they relaxed, showing that you're at ease? Are they tense, suggesting nervousness? Are they smiling, showing warmth and openness? Without realizing it, he's decoding those signals. Your lips are like a silent language that tells him whether you're confident, playful, or reserved. Now, here's where confidence makes all the difference. When a woman tries too hard, forcing a smile or pouting to look attractive, it doesn't land the same way. It feels performative, but when your smile comes from genuine emotion, it lights up not just your lips, but your entire face. It's not the lips alone that attract, it's the energy behind them. Have you ever noticed that when you're truly in your element, laughing with friends, feeling comfortable in your own skin, people seem more drawn to you? That's because your lips, your eyes, your entire face are in sync with your inner energy. You're alive, and men can feel that. So the next time you're speaking to a man, don't underestimate the quiet power of your lips. Let them move naturally. Smile when you mean it. Speak with warmth. Allow your words to carry emotion rather than perfection. That authenticity will do far more than any lipstick shade ever could. Because attraction at its core isn't about features, it's about feeling. And your lips are one of the most expressive parts of your body when it comes to that. They can invite him closer without a word. They can show him your confidence, your ease, your feminine power, all through the simplest of gestures. When your lips communicate authenticity and warmth, you create an emotional pull that goes far beyond physical attraction. It's subtle, it's real, and it's powerful. That's why when he looks at your lips, he's not just imagining kissing them, he's feeling drawn to you. The energy, the expression, the essence behind that smile, that's what keeps him thinking about you long after you've walked away. Before a man even gets close enough to notice the details of your face, he's already seen something powerful, your posture. The way you carry yourself tells him more about your confidence, self-worth, and presence than any single feature could. In fact, posture is one of the most magnetic yet overlooked parts of attraction. Because while words can be rehearsed and smiles can be polite, your posture never lies. Think about it. When a woman walks into a room with her shoulders back, her chin slightly lifted, and her energy open, everyone feels it. She doesn't need to announce herself. She doesn't need to compete for attention. Her body already communicates, I belong here. That kind of confidence isn't loud. It's calm, grounded, and quietly powerful. And to a man, that's irresistible. Posture is your body's way of broadcasting your energy to the world. A slouched posture often signals insecurity, self-doubt, or the desire to shrink. But when you stand tall, relaxed yet aligned, it says something different. I'm comfortable in my own skin. And that's the most attractive message you can send, because men aren't drawn to perfection. They're drawn to presence. Here's what many women don't realize men don't consciously think. Her posture is great. Instead, they feel the energy behind it. A confident posture projects emotional stability, maturity, and inner strength. It tells him you're not looking for validation. You already have it. And when a woman doesn't need to be chosen to feel valuable, she becomes magnetic. There's also a sensuality to posture that has nothing to do with being provocative. It's about being in tune with your body. The way you walk, sit, or move when you feel at ease exudes natural femininity. When your movements are fluid and unhurried, you radiate poise. That grace signals to a man that you're emotionally centered, a woman who moves through the world with confidence, not tension. Imagine two women entering a cafe. One walks in hurriedly, head down, shoulders slumped, eyes glued to her phone. The other enters slowly, shoulders relaxed, eyes up, taking in the space with quiet assurance. Which one does every head turn toward? It's not about beauty, it's about energy. The second woman's posture speaks before she even says a word, and here's the deeper truth. Your posture doesn't just influence how men perceive you. It shapes how you feel about yourself. When you straighten your spine, open your chest, and lift your chin, your brain actually starts to produce more confidence, boosting signals. You feel more powerful, more grounded, more secure. Your body language and self-image are intimately connected. So the next time you catch yourself slouching or shrinking, pause, take a breath, roll your shoulders back. Imagine a string gently pulling you upward, not stiff, not rigid, but open and alive. That simple shift tells your nervous system, I'm safe, I'm confident, I'm enough. And that inner energy is exactly what a man feels when he looks at you. Men are deeply responsive to subtle, nonverbal cues. When your body communicates confidence through posture, you stand out without even trying. It's not about dominance, it's about dignity. You're not saying, look at me. You're saying, I know who I am. True attractiveness isn't about being noticed, it's about being felt. And posture is the silent language of self-worth. When you carry yourself like someone who knows her value, a man doesn't just see you. He feels your energy shift something inside him. That's why long after you've left the room, he'll still be thinking about you, not because of what you wore, but because of the quiet, confident way you held yourself. Men may not openly admit it, but they notice your hands more than you think, not in a deliberate analytical way, but in a deeply subconscious one. Your hands reveal far more than you realize about your femininity, your comfort in your body, and the kind of energy you bring into a room. They are one of the most expressive parts of your body, constantly sending signals about how you feel, even when you're completely silent. When you talk, gesture, touch your hair, or hold something, your hands communicate your emotional state. They show if you're nervous, confident, guarded, or at ease. A woman whose hands move gently, fluidly, with intention, she radiates a quiet sensuality. It's not about trying to be seductive. It's about moving with self-trust and grace. And that natural ease is what draws a man in. Think about this. Have you ever seen someone who constantly fidgets, hides their hands, or grips things tightly? It gives off a sense of anxiety or discomfort. Now contrast that with someone whose gestures are relaxed and expressive. Her hands rest lightly on a table. Her fingers trace the edge of her cup when she speaks. She uses her hands to emphasize emotion when telling a story. That's not a performance. It's a presence. It shows she's not disconnected from her body. She's in it. There's a reason why a man might remember the way your fingers brushed against his arm, or how you tucked your hair behind your ear mid-laugh. Those small, innocent gestures are incredibly powerful. They register as feminine energy, soft, graceful, nurturing, and confident all at once. Men are instinctively drawn to that combination because it feels safe yet alluring. It's not about sexual invitation. It's about emotional openness. Your hands also express care. When you touch your own body with gentleness, like adjusting your necklace or smoothing your dress, it tells him you treat yourself with tenderness. That's an energy men feel deeply. They subconsciously think, if she treats herself with that kind of softness, imagine what it would feel like to be cared for by her. It's a quiet form of magnetism, rooted not in perfection, but in presence. Another thing men notice is how you use your hands when you connect. Do you gesture openly while talking? Do you use your hands when you laugh, when you express excitement, when you reach out? That expressiveness signals emotional intelligence. It says you're comfortable showing how you feel. When a woman uses her hands naturally while she speaks, she doesn't just communicate with words, she communicates with energy. And here's something most people overlook. Your hands are often an extension of your heart. In body language psychology, the heart and hands are symbolically linked. The way you offer a handshake, a touch, Or even how you receive something tells a man whether you're open or guarded. Open palms suggest honesty and warmth. Closed, tucked away hands can suggest you're withholding or uncertain. The goal isn't to all perform femininity, but to embody it. Don't think about how your hands look. Think about how they feel. Are your movements tense or relaxed? Are you rushing or allowing yourself to flow? Because when you're connected to your own body, your hands naturally move in a way that's inviting, not intentional. Men might not consciously say, she has beautiful hands, but they'll remember how your hands made them feel calm, intrigued, safe, or drawn in. That's the subtle power of body language. So the next time you're around someone you're attracted to, don't force gestures or hide your hands. Let them move freely. Rest them lightly when you speak. Allow touch to happen naturally, because those seemingly insignificant movements, the brush of your fingertips, the way you gesture mid-conversation, the softness in your touch are what awaken something deep in a man. Your hands are more than physical. They're emotional translators. They express what your words can't. And when they move with grace, confidence, and authenticity, they speak a universal language of femininity that no man can ignore. Before a man even registers your features, before his brain labels your eyes, your lips, or your curves, he's already feeling something, your energy. It's invisible, yet it's the most powerful form of attraction there is. Your energy is the emotional frequency you bring into a room. It's the atmosphere that surrounds you, the vibration that tells him who you are without a single word. Have you ever met someone who wasn't conventionally attractive, yet everyone seemed drawn to them? That's energy. It's not about what you wear or how you look. It's about what you radiate. A woman's energy can say, I'm open, grounded, alive, or it can whisper, I'm guarded, uncertain, distant. Men don't consciously interpret it. They feel it. And that feeling is what makes them either lean in or pull back. A woman who carries light, feminine, confident energy instantly changes the dynamic around her. She doesn't chase attention. She commands it gently, naturally. When she speaks, people listen not because she's loud, but because her presence feels authentic. She's not performing or trying to impress. She's simply being. That kind of emotional alignment is magnetic. Energy shows in the smallest details. It's in the way you breathe, slowly and fully, or shallowly and rushed. It's in how you move, flowing or tense. It's in the way your face softens when you smile, the calm in your posture, the warmth in your voice. A man feels that long before he registers your beauty. When you're at peace with yourself, your body language, tone, and aura all send one message: I'm safe, I'm confident, I'm enough. And that's the kind of woman men can't forget. But here's the secret: you can't fake this energy. You can't pretend to be calm or confident when inside you're full of anxiety or self-doubt. Real energy comes from emotional grounding, from knowing your value, from liking who you are even without validation. When you cultivate inner peace, your energy becomes magnetic without effort. Men are highly sensitive to emotional contrast. When they meet a woman whose energy feels light and present in a world full of noise and stress, it's like stepping into fresh air. They're drawn to her not because she's perfect, but because she feels real. So before you focus on how you look, focus on how you feel. Take a deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Be present in your body. That inner stillness and openness do more for attraction than any outfit or beauty product ever could. Because what men truly fall for isn't what they see, it's what they sense. It's your peace, your playfulness, your warmth, your lightness. That's the kind of energy that lingers, the kind that makes a man say, there's just something about her. And that's something. It's the quiet, powerful, undeniable force of your energy. So now you know the three body parts men notice first aren't just about appearance. They're windows into how you make him feel. He looks at your eyes to feel connection, because in your gaze, he senses your confidence, your warmth, your openness to being seen. He notices your lips because they express your aliveness. The way you speak, smile, and show emotion tells him how it might feel to share moments with you. He reads your posture because it silently speaks self-worth. It tells him you're not chasing attention, you embody it. And through your hands and your energy, he feels your essence, the softness, the playfulness, and the peace that make you unforgettable. See, attraction isn't about having the perfect body. It's about how you carry your energy through that body. It's about how comfortable you are with yourself, how deeply you trust your own feminine presence. Because when you move through the world like a woman who knows her worth, you don't have to chase attention. Attention naturally finds you. So the next time you catch a man looking your way, don't second guess yourself. Don't wonder what he's judging. Ask yourself instead, what is my energy saying right now? Am I radiating confidence, softness, and peace? Because that's what he's drawn to. That's what he feels before he even knows why. And if you want to make a lasting impression, not just in how a man looks at you, but in how he remembers you, start from the inside out. Connect with your energy, lead with confidence, speak with warmth, move with grace. Because the woman who owns her energy doesn't need to try to be magnetic. She already is.